The term world crisis is quite broad, as there can be various types of crises affecting the world at any given time. However, I'll provide an overview of some major crises that have been of concern in recent years. Please note that the information provided is based on my knowledge cutoff in September 2021. And there may have been further developments since then. COVID-19 pandemic. The ongoing global pandemic caused by the novel coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, has had a significant impact on the world. It has resulted in millions of deaths, widespread illness, strain on healthcare systems, economic disruptions, and social changes. Climate crisis. The increasing threat of climate change and its consequences, such as rising temperatures, extreme weather events, sea level rise, and biodiversity loss, have led to a global crisis. There is a pressing need to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, transition to renewable energy sources, and implement sustainable practices to mitigate the effects of climate change. Humanitarian crises. Several regions around the world have experienced humanitarian crises due to factors like armed conflicts, political instability, and natural disasters. These crises often result in displacement, refugee crises, food insecurity, and inadequate access to healthcare, among other challenges. Examples include the Syrian conflict, the Rohingya crisis, and the ongoing situation in Yemen. Economic inequality. The growing gap between the rich and the poor, both within and between countries, has been a cause for concern. Economic inequality can lead to social unrest, political instability, and hinder sustainable development. Issues such as poverty, lack of access to education and healthcare, and unequal distribution of resources contribute to this crisis. Political and democratic challenges. Some parts of the world face challenges related to democratic governance, human rights, and political stability. Authoritarian regimes, political unrest, civil conflicts, and threats to freedom of speech and expression pose significant concerns. Cybersecurity and digital threats, as societies become increasingly reliant on technology. Cybersecurity has emerged as a critical issue. Cyber attacks, data breaches, privacy concerns, and the spread of misinformation pose significant risks to individuals, organizations, and governments. These are just a few examples of the world crises that have been of significant concern. It's important to note that global challenges are complex and interconnected, often requiring international cooperation and collaborative efforts to address them effectively. The world food crisis refers to a situation where there is a significant shortage or lack of access to food on a global scale. It can be caused by various factors, including natural disasters, extreme weather events, conflicts, economic instability, and structural issues within the food system. Here are some key aspects related to the world food crisis. Hunger and malnutrition. The most severe consequence of a food crisis is widespread hunger and malnutrition. When food availability and access are limited, vulnerable populations, particularly in developing countries, suffer from chronic hunger and inadequate nutrition, leading to long-term health issues and developmental challenges. Climate change and environmental factors. Changing weather patterns, droughts, floods, and other extreme weather events linked to climate change can significantly impact agricultural production. Crop failures, reduced yields, and livestock losses can lead to food scarcity and higher prices. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Third Eye 360.